Hi, my name is Murali. In this video, I would like to demonstrate how you can build Android apps using the brand new SDK for Android, which SAP has jointly come out in partnership with Google. The GA for this SDK was just announced a few days ago at SAP TechEd. Similar to the iOS SDK, the Android SDK also uses a set of Fiori design guidelines and comes with capabilities to easily integrate with SAP system and generate rich enterprise-grade applications. Now, in order to start your mobile app development, you would need to first install an Android Studio. So jump on to developer.android.com and install the latest version of Android Studio. Apart from this, what you would also need is to navigate to sap.com website and then download the Cloud Platform SDK for Android. As you can see at the bottom, the only available version is 1.0. So once you've got all these components installed on your machine, the next thing that you would need is a Cloud Platform account. Now for the purpose of this demonstration, I've created a trial account and I'm going to use the mobile services within this particular trial account. And when I click on Go to Service, this would launch my mobile services. One of the prerequisites before building any application is you would need to configure your destinations to your systems. Under the Destinations menu, I have already created a destination for my application. So in this case, it is going to be ES5. So ES5 is a publicly available sandbox gateway system which anyone can register and get an account. And I have actually used the EPM service for this particular demonstration. So if you look up the metadata for this particular service, you will get to see list of entities like suppliers and products, and you can query each of these entities. Now with that, I'm going to now launch the Android Studio. So the welcome screen of the Android Studio provides a lot of options, and right at the top you can see there is an option to start a new Cloud Platform Android project. So clicking on that opens up the Android wizard. The first task that is required is to provide the Cloud Platform account details. In this case, I have already pre-populated the information. Clicking on next moves on to the cloud configuration. So in this section, you can either create a new project or use an existing application or even use a sample application. For this scenario, I'm going to create a new application. And for authentication, the most commonly used ones are OAuth and SAML. Whenever you want to access your mobile apps in a productive scenario, but for the demonstration, I'm just going to keep it to none. And in the destinations, I can either look up my destinations out here or even create a new destination from here without having to go to the Cloud Platform Mobile Services. Since I've already created a destination in Cloud Platform Mobile Service, I'm just going to add that. And I'm going to give the name of the project as same EPMS. Uncheck the discovery service. I'll accept the defaults and click on finish. So what this would do is generate the project, and it would load that in Android Studio. And as you can see at the bottom, it would also start the build of this entire project, and that would take a few seconds to complete. So once the build is complete, you could actually go into the source code and you could have a look at all the code that has been generated. So there's again list of pages that have been generated. You also get to see the model that you've used, and you could go through this particular code and enhance this further. Now I'm going to run this particular application, so I can go onto the run menu here and click on the app. I've already created a virtual device for Nexus. I'm just going to select that. So you can see now that the application is loaded in the simulator. You can click on get started, and it asks me to create a passcode. Verify the passcode, and this should now look up all the entities and provide them as a list. So I can click on products, and this should provide a list of all the products. And I should be able to get into the details and view the details of a product. Similarly, I could also navigate to suppliers and pull up the list of all the suppliers that are provided by the sample EPM service and obtain the details from here. What I would also like to point is the Fiori for Android design guidelines. So they're already publicly been made available, so you can browse through this particular documentation to understand if you want to create your own applications. You could follow the design guidelines from here. There's also a page in the developer tutorial for the new SDK. I would highly recommend that you bookmark this particular page, as in the next few days you will get to see a lot of links popping up here, and you should be able to go through each of those tutorials. Um, that's all I had to share, so I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.